Alright guys, I'm going to give you an August update of what's going on here at my house. Had some incidents go on. Some issues outside of YouTube. I'm going to explain what's going on, so stay tuned. Hey everyone, how's it going? My name is John and my friends call me Turning Riches 85 here. Welcome back to the channel. Hope everybody's doing good so far. Let me guys give you an update here. I haven't posted a video in about a week here, so let me guys get you up to speed. It's August 20th at this filming of this video here, so I'm going to show you guys what's going on. I've had some stuff go on off camera, off of YouTube land there, and I've been dealing with some issues with some vehicles going down. Got one vehicle back up and running, technically two vehicles back up and running. Then I got one that's down right now, and I'll explain it here in this video here. So let me give you guys a rundown what's going on. First, you guys probably seen this car a bunch of times in the background of some of my videos there. It's my mom's Mercedes-Benz 240D 1982. It's a 2.4 liter engine, diesel. We didn't drive it for a while because my mom didn't. They was making a wheel bearing noise, and I was so lazy to do it. And I finally did it a few months ago back, and fixed it. It was a non-video thing I did. I went in there and did the inner and outer bearings on it, repacked it with grease, and then of course after I fixed that, now the other side's doing the same thing. So, but nice car for 1982. Interior wise, could be better. She paid to get a new AC. AC compressor on it, and but the fuse can't handle the AC compressor on it, so we have to get a little they call it like a fuse block thing you have to put on there. I ordered from Pelican Parts. It's got to be installed on there, but drives pretty good. I'm going to show you guys the mileage, and you guys are not, I'm not going to kid you not on the mileage here, so I'm going to show you, get you guys in here, look at it. That's the mileage on that car, this car right now, 449,274. I don't have the keys with me to start it up, but runs good. Could be better, but I don't have my keys with me. Always the keys with me, always I run it, but it could be better interior wise, but for 1982 it's kind of held up there, but it still has some issues there. But I drive this sometimes to go to work, and I'll explain why when I get to it. But anyway, this brings me to my next part here. It's my my Dodge Dakota, my 1994 Dodge Dakota, aka Big Red. Big Red is down. Okay, let me get the camera around so you guys can see me. I've been having issues with it. I don't know if I ever mentioned it in any previous videos I've done. It'll go good in first gear, never could go good in second gear. It would slip real bad. It started getting to the point where it slipped too bad, and I kind of put it off, and I did more worse than I did good. I tried to change the filter out and try to do the fluid, and any other time you're gonna find metal shavings in a transmission pan, kind of normal for wear and tear. But I started seeing a little bit more chunks than I would, and I replaced one of the, I forgot what it is. There's a piece underneath there that plugs in for it. I thought it would help with the shifting. I can't remember now. I'll probably put a word on there what it is. But anyway, I went in there and replaced that. That didn't work. I got the regular ATF 4 supposed to have. Put that in there, didn't work. And then I tried to adjust the bands on it, the reverse band and the regular band. you know, to what it's supposed to be, torqued it and everything. I have a torque wrench and I use that, torqued it to where it's supposed to be. Now I don't have reverse, so I can go forward, I just can't go backwards. But I haven't drove it. Normally I try to, this channel is based on me trying to fix stuff myself. I never did this on video, this was all off camera. And I don't know, I was going to take it to a transmission shop to have them look at it, but if the transmission has to be rebuilt, I paid $700 for the truck. It's probably going to cost me more to get it rebuilt, let alone try to find one. Unfortunately, my brother-in-law has been trying to help me out, try to find one, you know, like at a junkyard, but he said the only ones he's found closer was either in Memphis or Indiana, because he works for LKQ. So unfortunately, I don't know. I'm kind of at the point, I don't know what to do on my truck, because yeah, it's been a good truck. It runs good. It's just the issue is the transmission. So I don't know if I should put the money out for it. I don't know. Like I said, it's gonna probably cost me more. The way shops are nowadays, it's been a while since I took a vehicle to a shop to get anything done. But I don't know if it's going to cost me more in labor to get that truck back up and running like I want to. So I've been looking around at other vehicles to see if I can find something. It doesn't have to be perfect. I got a friend of mine that wants me to get me a new vehicle. I'm not into new vehicles. Do I like technology? Yeah, but I'm not. I'm 38 years old, and I'm going to say this, but I'm kind of old school. I like the older stuff. I like the stuff that's used. It's already been used, because the way technology is, now everything is technology. It doesn't work right. You know, you have glitches on everything. Everything's computer-wise with everything. I'd rather have a vehicle you can sit there, you can check your own oil, check your own transmission fluid with the dipstick, not have a thing where it's telling you, oh well, it's got to be this done, that done. And if you get a new vehicle, you have to take it somewhere to go get it serviced, because it's either internal that they have to go in there and mess with it or something like that, and I'm not into that stuff. I rather, you know, I'm old, I'd rather check the fluid myself, check the oil, transmission and all that. So I've been looking at other trucks just in case. I was even looking at point for a two-seater one, but here's the other issue I have, and I live with my folks still. Nothing wrong with that. I still live with my parents, and my mom is having issues with getting out of this in and out of this truck. Sometimes my dad, I'm not saying he's overweight, but you know, he's a little bit heavier, so he has to sit in the front. He can't get in the back part there. You know, my truck is, you know, the seat has to move back for you to get in. Well, my mom's no spring chicken, and she has an issue getting in and out of my truck, and she always kept telling me all the time, John, you need to get a bigger truck, you know, with 4 doors in it. You know, just in case they want to go somewhere. But like I say, if the vehicle breaks down, I'll get to that part of a vehicle breaking down. Prime example of one. We had a vehicle did break down, and we had to get in my truck, and my mom was having a hard time getting in and out of my truck because of how the seats are and all that stuff. Because like I said, she's not young, she's in her mid-60s. That's a problem right there. So I've been thinking, you know, maybe I need to get a 4-door truck, possibly. I hate to get rid of it, but I'm at the point, I don't know how much more I can do. I'm Big Red here of what to do. So I'm kind of in a fence about that. So let's so you guys, I don't know, you guys give me your 2 cents of what you guys would do in my situation on this one. I'm still debating right now. I'm on the fence of what to do. Anyway, that gets me to my next part here. So Let me guys cut you off for a second, regroup. Okay, here comes to the next part of this. My Toyota Camry. It's not here, so I can't show you it. So my parents have got it today. They went out somewhere. Anyway, my 2001 Toyota Camry runs good, you know, and all that. You guys probably saw on my community page a while back. You know, I said we had an issue with my car where I left my parents stranded. Well, this is how all the issues started. One day, my mom's car. I'm leaning on my mom's car right now. This car wasn't running, and my mom took my car to work. She said she was at a light. All of a sudden, it just stopped. This shut off on her. No reason at all. This completely just shut off. She was able to restart it back, but you know, had an issue where, you know, every now and then it would just cut off at random. Well, I don't know if this was probably the cause of it. Probably mainly cause of it. It did have an oil leak. Not a bad oil leak, but every now and then the oil pan gasket needed to be redone on it. And, you know, I would check the oil on it and make sure it was, you know, topped off, because I hadn't had a chance to go in there, because you have to take the exhaust off and move a bunch of stuff underneath there because of the way the oil pan's located on that car. So, you know, I'll just make sure it's topped off and all that in between oil changes, you know, just keep it up. Well, one day, my parents and me, we went to go out to eat out in Hermitage area. CC's Pizza, you know, buffet pizza place. I was driving my car. My dad was in the passenger seat. My mom's in the back seat. Traffic was a little busy, so I decided to cut down, take a shortcut to, you know, neighborhood, somewhat fancier neighborhood. I get to one stop sign. Everything's all right. You know, look both ways, start going. I get halfway to the next intersection to stop. Car shuts off on me. Just dies. And I coast to a stop. And went to go start it up again. No. It did this dreaded sound. Ying. 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 The battery was still good on the car. I knew what happened to the car. I told my parents as soon as I tried to start it up, I said, I know what happened to the car. And my dad's like, what happened? I said, we lost compression. Because it did that little near, like it wasn't building enough compression. When I started running it, it started knocking really bad. Like it was only running on 2 cylinders. So, this is where everything gets more interesting. I don't have a borescope to check anything. So, my brother-in-law knew somebody out in Springfield that worked on vehicles. We have my car towed up there to Springfield, Tennessee, and they started looking at it. Well, they found the diagnosis. The car lost 2 cylinders on the engine. At 285K, the engine died on it. And it was at the point where it was starting to seize up, because it dropped everything. The piston started seizing up and everything. So then that was a decision. Do I junk that car, or do I get another engine for it? Well, thank the Lord above for my uncle. He borrowed the money for us. The car was running on a LKQ junkyard engine that had 98,000 miles on this car when it was pulled. And as you can see, the car is not here in the driveway, so you can pretty much, you know, guess that one. It actually runs like a top, no issue at all. Runs good. It doesn't even burn oil, because the oil, I checked the oil the other day just to make sure. It looked like it was almost overfilled a little bit, but it doesn't burn any oil, doesn't drop anything. I'll show you guys this, because this is where it's parked usually right now. It would be normally parked right here where this patch of grass is, because I mowed. It doesn't drip anything on the ground. This is just normal spots from, you know, me working on stuff, but I have not seen no oil drips or anything on this ground from this vehicle since then. So, you know, that's a good sign right there. So my car is running on a LKQ engine, so they got a new engine put on there. You know, they replaced everything. They even fixed the exhaust on there, because when I replaced the exhaust, the mounting bolts got stripped, and I tried to patch it, so it had an exhaust leak real bad. Now it doesn't have an exhaust leak, so it actually runs pretty good there. So, you know, Roger McDonald, I know if you're watching this, thank you for your advice. He emailed me when I was telling him what was going on with the car, and I thought it was a timing chain, that the timing belt that broke. That was the other thing. You know, he was telling me, you know, check the timing belt, because maybe it jumped time. That's what I thought originally. I thought maybe the timing belt broke on my car, not more that it lost compression. But, you know, Roger McDonald was trying to help me out there. He emailed me, you know, back and forth about it. And unfortunately, the timing belt was all right. My brother-in-law said they looked at it. The timing belt was perfect. There was no issue with the timing belt. It wasn't getting ready to break or anything. It's just the engine just gave the ghost. Just one of those things on a car. You know, it has almost close to 300,000 miles. But now the body has, as of right now, it's about ready to hit 287 on the odometer, and probably almost close to getting close to 90,000 on that engine, 91,000 on that engine, somewhere close to that. So that's it right there for that one. So that car runs. It's just that had to be a lot of work done to it. So, you know, we probably overpaid for that car, because I paid $1,000 for that car originally. So probably paid almost $1,000 and $1,500 something. No, I forgot the amount. I'll put it down, what it was on here. It was, I know it paid more for what the car was worth, but the car runs, so that's why it was worth it. I don't know about my truck, if it's worth throwing another transmission into it or not. I don't know. But like I said, even if I do, like I said, my mom's having an issue with if she had to sit in the back seat to get in and out of it. So that's the only issue. It's like, I was thinking about always getting a 4-seater truck anyway, so maybe this is a blessing in disguise, maybe to do something like that. I don't know yet. But I've been looking around. I'm going to look at a truck today, possibly, and see what's going on with that. It needs work, but the price is good on it. So we'll have to see on that one. If I do, you guys might see that one. I don't know. I'm kind of, you know, watching out. I might get a GM vehicle. I don't know. Older GM vehicle. Don't know yet. But anyway, let's get back to the project here. I'll show you guys what's going on project wise, and what's going on with that. All right, let's get to another update here. Let's talk about the mowers situations here. So let's get on with that. Well, that one's my personal mower right there, my Troy-Bilt one. I use that to mow lawns. You guys saw that video on that one where I mowed the yard next door to me and stuff. Did that one. I still got some I gotta look at there. I got one that my friend brought me, my friend Stephanie. She brought me one, and you guys are gonna laugh when I told you this. I actually told her this in front of her baby's daddy. I think they're together. I don't know. Anyway, I told her then, I said, what'd you do? Drag this thing out of a creek? I'll show you this one here. It's a regular push mower, but the thing looked like, I told her, she said it was in a ditch. I said, it looked like you got it out of a creek. It's a classic engine, but it's missing a dipstick. It's missing the fuel cap on it. And of course, you know, we got some spider webbage there. So I don't know if this thing actually, it pulls over. I pull, I spun it underneath. It pulls over. I don't know how good compression it's got there. I did a video on that one. That's got more leaks going on with it, and I think it's around the oil sump gasket itself on the engine, more let less the oil seal. So I don't know on that one. This is another one she brought me. Oh, this is a tractor that belonged to my landscaper friend. He didn't want it anymore. He wanted me to sell it. He had it painted a silver color. It was always parked over there. I moved it over here, and I tried to put it on Facebook Marketplace to sell it, and I was doing some work for a lady up the road from me, a couple miles from me up the road, and I was showing her that I was getting anybody who was interested in this, and she looked at me, and she dead on looked at me and said, nobody's gonna buy a silver tractor. So I did the Econo paint job, you know, and painted it black. So that's what that is right there. That's painted black. I got it listed for $300 because like I said, we're in August. We're almost getting close to the end of the mowing season soon. So it runs. It smokes a little bit. You know, it's got the 16.5 horsepower engine. I had to try to fix the mounting bolts. One of the mounting tabs broke on it to mount it, so I think it's only holding on 3 there, but it's got a 16.5 horsepower engine on it, Briggs engine there. I've had people try to lowball me. I've had people try to offer me just less than $200 for it, but I don't know. We'll have to see there. These are a bunch of mowers I'll have to bring to the channel here soon. Possibly. I just have to see. Well, that one I'm not going to because it runs. I got it from my friend Stephanie. It runs. The only issue is the deck is rotted out in the front because it bows up right there on the front. And I thought, you know, it was just a screw missing out of it. Well, I went underneath there, and of course the deck's rotted out. I went and welded a handle on it because the handle was broke. I pieced together a handle on it. I welded it. Yeah, that's my welds on it. You know, I'm getting a little bit, somewhat better at welds. Not fully, but somewhat. There, so and that was all for nothing because now the transmission works on it. It's just a deck shot, so I might have to. I'm thinking about transplanting it on another deck. I don't know yet. Maybe I'll do a video on it. I don't know yet. That one. I got that lady I was just telling you about. I did some work a couple miles up the road from her. She gave me this Toro one. It's the Tecumseh engine. The wheels are kind of seized up on the back of the self-propelled, and the personal pace, the cable's broke on it and all that, but the cable works for the kill switch, so I don't know. It needs some work done to it, so I don't know yet. That might be a one I bring to the channel. That one, that's still sitting here. That was the one I picked up for free with my mom. I did a video on it last year, and the engine was seized on it. I don't know if it could be rebuilt or used for parts, but I'm kind of taking some wheels off it to put on that tractor because the wheels couldn't hold air, and I didn't want to tube it, and those had tubes on it, so I did that. She also gave me this mower too as well. Let me go around this side real quick here. It's almost like, you know, I have a Murray mower like this. It's a personal one I haven't used in a long time, but she gave me this one. I got a bunch of stuff piled up on top of it, but it's got 11 horsepower Briggs engine there, even though it says 12. It's 11 on the shroud, supposedly. Probably all the same size engine. She gave me this. Well, actually, I found this on the curb of her. It was at the end of the road I come down from work. I saw this at the road. My mom did. at my time when my truck was working, I picked it up, and that's when we collaborated, and I actually did some work on her for her. Let me get the camera back at me. I did some work for her. I took her, she has one of those Troy-Bilt 30-inch mowers. You know, it's almost set up like that one. The steering went out in it. The little teeth wore out on the you know, the steer. So she ordered a new one, you know, with the little plate on there that had the extra bushing on there to help it out. So I went over there one day. It was like 90 degrees, and I was in her shed trying to put that together for her. I fixed that for her, you know, and I didn't charge her much for it because she already bought the parts already for it. I didn't have to buy them, so I think I charged her like $25, $30, I think, to fix it there, just for my time there. But like I said, I might have been around that mark. Don't quote me, because like I said, she already bought the parts already, so I didn't charge her that much for it. I think it was probably around that amount, you know, just for my time there. You know, time is valuable. But you know, Roger McDonald was asking me if I was going to be working on tractors here, so let me get you guys over here real quick. Turn you guys back around. Let me get you guys over this way. Unfortunately, let's see. Oh yeah, I haven't been picking anything up because now I got an excuse since my truck is not working. So maybe I can work on some stuff and get it out of here. This is a video. I did a video into this one. I might put it on the channel. It's in queue of what's going on with it, so you guys will see a video, the first part of the video. This one, it's going to be like early in the summer. I think it was about from a couple of months ago when I got this one, and I'll tell you guys what's going on with this one, why I paid money for it, but it had an issue with it, and I wish I had told the guy less money for it when I got it, because normally I don't pay for tractors, and I paid for this one because I thought maybe it was going to be an easy fix and flip, and now I got to do something on it to fix it, to get it out of here. But I'll pop that video out here so you guys can take a look at that one here shortly. Like I said, it's from a couple of months ago at least, so I'll show you guys what's going on with that. I picked these two tractors up too. I'll put make videos on these soon. These two, I got these from a friend of mine up in Portland. Paid $75 for them for the parts, but they got engines on them. This one's got a 17.5 Briggs engine on it. I think the guy said he tried to put the deck on this one. Those tires look like it hold air, those tires don't. You know, it's got a key. It's got Briggs engine on it. We'll have to see if we can get this going. I got a key. That one's got a 15.5 Kohler engine on it. Looks like the front tires are holding air. The back tires, they're shot there. Unfortunately, I gotta work on these things and do something with them. And then of course, you know, my Horde right here, I don't know if this thing could ever be fixed because the transmission locked up on it. I can't get it out of where it's at right now. It's stuck in between second and third gear, and I can't get it out of there. It was a long time ago back, so I don't know. The engine's good on it, except for the carburetor leaked on it, and I swapped it out. But I robbed some parts off of it to fix my brother-in-law's tractor there. And then of course I got all these tractors right here. This one needs to be worked on. It's got a 24 horsepower Intech there. That one's got the bucket engine, Kohler engine. I don't know what I'm gonna do with that one. Maybe I'll swap an engine out with that one, with something in here. I don't know. Maybe put a different Kohler engine on it there. I might do that. That Troy-Bilt, that's a horse one. It's got a 21 horsepower Intech engine. Maybe I'll do an engine swap on this. I don't know. We'll have to see. I tried to glue the seat a long time ago back on at my old house. That didn't work. This one I want to get running too, and this one's got a 22 horsepower Kohler engine on it. The deck is on the other side of the shed there, and I got to get that there. This one I was going to use as a hauler, but I think I'm just going to take the engine maybe for that one. I don't know, we'll see. You guys will have to see the video on it when I put it out there. And then this one, I've had this one I got it for free, and I have not done anything with it. It supposedly ran. I have not got it to run yet, but like I said, it's just been sitting here, you know, collecting dust, and half of these probably got mouse nests in them. I'm about to clean out. But anyway, this one had a steering issue, real bad, that the wheels towed out, and I never had sold it, but it's got a leak underneath the engine. I think I got to replace the oil seal underneath there. So, but that one's a decent one as well. It's a 54-inch deck there, so it's bigger than my tractor that I use. So of course my trailer unfortunately is just sitting here because I can't do anything because my truck is down. So there. Eventually I need to get this one fixed as well. You guys still with me? Okay, sorry. I was just checking to see what battery life is. This one I gotta get fixed. The PTO didn't work on it. It might be just a switch. I hope it is, but I have to diagnose it to see. This is the one my brother-in-law gave me a while back, and it's just been sitting here. I tubed the tires, as that one unfortunately didn't never hold back out. I tried to air it up and it went back down, so I have to get another tube and throw in there possibly. I got that Troy-Bilt here. I mean, not Troy-Bilt, the John Deere here. Of course I got it with no hood. I probably did a video on this before explaining this. I haven't got to this one yet. This is the one I got it running, but it over revs, so I don't know if the governor needs to be readjusted again. Probably so. I'll probably have to go in there and fix that there and get that going there. And then this one, I've been taking parts off of this one because the mower is starting to get rusty. The girl I was dating at the time, she got this. We were planning on flipping this. That everything with her and me went down south on that one. But anyway, that tractor, that was the 2454, was hers. She never asked for it back, so oh well, it's mine now. Anyway, I got this one. It's got a 12.5 horsepower engine, but I think it needs new rings on it because I've replaced the head gasket on it. It still smokes, so I think the rings need to be redone on that engine. But the only problem is the mower is rusty, especially in a lot of places to cover up. So I don't know if it's even worth trying to fix it for what it is. I might take the deck and put it on something else. I don't know yet. And then last, I gotta get this thing back out. This is my personal one of my personal mowers, and unfortunately it got shoved over here. It's a 10.5 horsepower Murray, just like that other Murray I just showed you over there. It had an oil leak real bad, not just in the tube, oil dipstick tube, but the gasket. I got the gasket for it. I just haven't had a chance to pull it out of here and do anything with it. And it's a shame though, because it's a nice mower to use. And this one, I don't know, but I'm gonna do a video on it. My brother-in-law had this. I got it running for him. He bought on Facebook Marketplace. He bought a tractor for $125, a Craftsman one with a Kohler engine, which I got running for him. You know, I fixed the issue with it, and he uses that. And he just gave me this tractor to sell. You know, fix it up and sell it. It's got the 17.5 horsepower Tecumseh Enduro engine, but it doesn't want to run right with the carburetor, you know, that. So I don't know if I'm doing an engine swap on this one. I might do that, I don't know. Maybe I'll put a Briggs engine on it, and you know, maybe it'll work a lot better. It's a good, decent tractor. It cuts good, you know, for the shape it's in. But other than that, you know, there's the serial number and all that right there. But right now I don't have no battery in it or anything like that, so we'll figure that out. And then of course, you know, this push mowers that need to be done, you guys, I'll bring those to the channel here soon on some of this stuff and see if we can get them running. But anyway, I'm gonna stop babbling. I'm gonna probably end this video right here of what's going on. All right guys, I'm gonna stop right here because I'm running low on battery. I'm at 17%, so I'm gonna kick it off right here. Give you guys it's not much of an update because, like I said, there ain't really nothing has gone. Only thing, it's probably a plus here, I didn't mention it in the video, that I've sold 23 mowers this year. But it doesn't look like it when you look at everything that's sitting here on the underneath this carport. So that's the issue. And like I said, my truck is down. I don't know what I'm gonna do on that one. If you guys were in my shoes, what would you guys do? You guys give me your 2 cents down there in the comment section below, what you guys would do in my situation. Would you guys try to get the transmission rebuilt on it, even though the truck runs good, even though it would probably be, well, more than my truck is worth to get it rebuilt, let alone try to find another one? I'm having a hard time trying to find another one. Because, you know, like my brother-in-law said, you can go find one at a junkyard. The only problem is you got to look at it real close. He said you always got to look and see if a vehicle's got a lot of, you know, stuff, you know, like it hasn't been driven in a while. If it looks like it hasn't driven in a while, it was parked for a reason. Sometimes, you know, not all the time that way. But he goes, maybe if you saw the car looked in good shape, that's sitting in a junkyard, you know, at least you know it was driven. If it wasn't driven, and it, you know, like it's got overgrowth on stuff like sticks or stuff, you know, or leaves piled up on it, then you goes, that's the ones you want to avoid because it might have an issue, and that's the reason why it was parked. So anyway, you know, I got a lot of debates going on here what I'm going to do, so I'm going to go ahead and get off of here. If you guys found this video not helpful, but if you guys like this video today, just give me a thumbs up there. Subscribe to the channel if you feel like it. Check me out on my social media on Instagram as well. Anyway, you guys keep on turning those wrenches. I'm gonna get out of here. Y'all stay safe out there. Catch you guys on the next video. Y'all take care.